The company was facing a public listing, but my boyfriend kept fooling around with his childhood friend Amelia Hall, regardless of the occasion. I merely reminded them to be more appropriate. The next day, I received a screenshot from a secret livestream sent by a friend. I couldn't believe it. I put down my work and went to find Arson, only to overhear him chatting with his friends outside his office. You guys went wild yesterday, huh? I didn't want to miss a single second. My man, you're the best, always taking our advice and trying all kinds of tricks. Yeah, especially when Celine moans husband in that hazy state. It really got my blood boiling. By the way, Arson, you're always so blatant. Aren't you afraid Celine will find out? Arson tapped on his phone and chuckled. So what if she does? I've already used her up. Besides marrying me, what other choice does she have? She wouldn't dare make a scene, he continued. Oh, and if you want to pick clothing styles, go to Amelia's shop. That girl hasn't had good sales lately. She hasn't smiled in days. The group burst into lewd laughter. Someone suddenly asked, Arson, Celine's been good to you. Why are you doing this to her? The smile in Arson's eyes faded. He straightened up, full of contempt. I can't stand that holier-than-thou attitude of hers. Just helped me a few times and expects me to be eternally grateful. Doesn't she know a woman's virtue is in being unskilled? He mocked. She doesn't get it? Then I'll teach her. Hearing that, a chill rose in my chest. I lowered my eyes to my phone, only to see the message he had sent a second ago. Celine, babe, there's so much work. I'm so tired. I just wish you could stay by my side forever. Arson, don't you think this is a bit too cruel? His friend teased with a smirk that grew filthier. She's a top graduate from a reputable university. You said the full stream to only cost $8? Isn't that way too cheap? You can't even buy a cup of coffee with $8 now. Arson put down his phone with disdain. This is to show you guys, this high-educated girl throwing herself at me is worth just $8 in my eyes. So what if she's smart and from a good family? Even the proudest rose has its thorns stripped off and falls from the clouds someday. And I'm the one who will drag her down. Pride and scheming filled Arson's eyes as he curled his lips into a smile. Standing outside the door, I had bitten through my lip trying to endure it all. The taste of blood spread in my mouth. Earlier, when I saw my friend's message and accusation, I still held a sliver of hope. I thought maybe we were being framed, that he didn't know what was happening. On my way here, I even considered several ways to solve the problem. But after hearing his conversation with his friends, I could no longer deceive myself. The one who orchestrated those unbearable livestream screenshots wasn't anyone else. It was my boyfriend of 3 years, Arson Becker. Back when we first met, Arson had been a poor waiter bullied by others. I had pursued him for a long time before he finally agreed to be with me. At first, even his kisses were gentle and cautious, afraid of hurting me. Later, he opened up more, blushing as he begged me to wear clothes with suggestive meaning. I thought it was just a couple's way of spicing things up, so I shyly agreed. Only now did I realize he did it just to start paid live streams, to make me the biggest laughingstock in the world. Their rising laughter was like a sharp blade stabbing into my heart over and over again. Tears slid down like broken pearls, falling one by one onto the back of my cold hand, bringing a burning pain. Just then, the people in the office changed the subject and suddenly mentioned Amelia. Arson, if you really marry Celine. What about Amelia? She's been chasing after you for years. You mean to say you never felt anything for her? Hearing Amelia's name, the smile on Arson's face faded quite a bit. He sighed faintly and said softly, Amelia has had a tough time these years. I'll give her everything she wants. Once Celine begs me to marry her and we get the certificate, I'll give Amelia a grand wedding. Even if she's upset, she won't be able to do anything about it, he said again. And though Amelia doesn't ask for a title, I can't keep letting her suffer. Suddenly, I recalled his whisper in my ear last night. Celine, will you marry me? I can't wait to make you my wife. Last night, he had clearly held back his desire and seriously brought up marriage with me. He promised to marry me with dignity and fanfare. But in just one day, the bride by his side had changed. Arson, were all your promises to me nothing but lies? My heart felt like it was being gripped by an invisible force, making it hard to breathe. I didn't dare push the door open and confront them, afraid of facing their shameless, scrutinizing gazes. I fled the company like I was running for my life. I stumbled home in a daze, but before I could catch my breath, Arson, not receiving a reply, messaged me again. Celine, I heard you ran out of the company. Are you feeling unwell? Celine. Reply to me. Are you trying to scare me to death?